Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. Last video was 3000 Scurrius KC or the pet, whichever comes first, and the 3000 KC, which is the drop rate for the pet, that came first. But this video, as you could probably tell by the title or thumbnail or both, I'm going to be going for 4000 KC or the pet, whichever comes first. I'm kind of doing this while I'm waiting for Spook Dog to be free or to be able to like do some duo stuff together, because right now she's focusing on a lot of solo collection log slots that we can't do together. So in the meantime, I've become the rat guy. That's right, step over Will, there's a new rat guy in town. Oh man, okay, so it's 40 kills per hour. It's gonna be 25 hours of Scurrius unless I get the pet before then. So with that said, let's begin, starting at exactly 3000 KC. Oh, and look, Spook Dog just finished. That was the last item that she needed for the forestry collection log. Yeah, right now she's pushing to get to 500 because then she'll be ranked on the high scores. Anyways, now let's begin for real. Spook Dog is getting all these collection log items, and she just got one, but it didn't show up in the chat box. I'm not doing a bit here. She actually just got the Void Seal, but for some reason it doesn't show up as a notification in the group Iron Man chat. Just thought that was interesting. There is 3100 Scurrius KC, and yes, I will be making a clip for every 100 KC milestone I get, because if I don't, there's probably not going to be much else to show, and that's 2.5 hours of work. I mean, I can't play RuneScape for 2.5 hours and not monetize it, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, another weird collection log thing. She just got the rum from Trouble Brewing. You know, there's 2 rums, but they both showed up as the same number of collection log slots. They're both number 489 for her, and there's 3200 KC. Imagine fighting Scurrius IRL. It's called An Average Day Living in New York City. So the video I'm working on now in real time, 4000 Scurrius KC or the pet, whichever comes first. And if I don't get it after this video, I might just do 5000 Scurrius KC or pet, whichever comes first, depending on what Spook Dog is up to at the time, and depending on how long it takes me to finish the 4000 KC. Marry, frick, kill the rats that make up Scurrius. Ranged rat is a baddie. That's a tough one. I don't know. I want to frick all of them. How do you even know which one's the ranged one? Isn't it just the big rat guys doing all the attacks? Oh, it's the hot one, of course. Melee is big boy, range is the other. Of course. How could I be so oblivious? Do you think stackable clues will pass the poll? Does the Pope touch the hearts of children around the world? Exactly how far are you willing to take the scurry grind? As long as I have to. They did sell out eventually, but it wasn't like you had to buy them in the first few minutes or even first few hours or even first few days. Oh, no way. All right. There's the scurry pet. 3269 KC. I was not expecting that to happen today. It is Pet Friday today. It's real Pet Friday, man. I guess I did not end up having to go to 4000 or 5000 KC. Scurry. Frick Kip. Nibbles. Chewy. Wait, that's the hot one, right? Or no, that's the major. I hope you like our adventures together. We'll have quite the tale to tell. Get it? Tale. It's a pun. As long as people stop calling me Scoo Woo. The examine text for Scurry says, I wonder if it sits, and that is a reference to the phrase, sit, rat. That is pet number 24, I believe. Yeah, pet number 24. Well, what do we do now? I didn't plan to actually get the pet today. Here's the loot tracker. It was 3269 KC, but it only tracked 3268 KC, but it's close enough. 30 mil worth of GE value, which ended up being like, what, 25 mil-ish in terms of raw GP. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have waited till you got out the shower. My bad. Hey, at least you weren't dry like I was. I've got the combat achievements green logged. I have the boss collection log for Scurrius green logged. I guess I'm done with Scurrius forever. I don't think there's a reason I'd ever have to come back. That's a terrifying inventory icon for Scurry. And as I always do, I'm going to keep the placeholder in the bank of the new pet in the order that I got them. Oops. The last one I got was a Moxley Oddle. When was that? I got Moxie November 17th, 2024. So it's been, in terms of real time, it's like 6 months since I've gotten a pet. Technically, I was getting pets over the last 6 months, like the dupe beaver pets, but those don't count. I'll go do a farm run now, and while I'm doing that in the birdhouse and seaweed, I'll decide what to do next. That's why I turned the stream on though, to get the increased RNG, the improved drop rate for pets. That's how it works, right? Feels like it, at least. Is that the human speak amulet? An evil Bob. I'm gonna be going to Zulrah today. I have exactly 4,000 KC, and we'll see if we can keep the Pet Friday going and get 2 pets in one day. I'm gonna be trying a melee setup. They recently changed Zulrah to allow you to be able to use halberds there, and I'm gonna be trying out the Noxious Halberd with the Crystal Halberd as a spec weapon. First hit with, oh my god, that's so weird being able to hit Zulrah with the halberd, being able to melee Zulrah. That's crazy. That's so weird. I feel like this was a meme for years, wasn't it? Like, oh, just bring the halberd to Zulrah. How do you deal with this? Do you just... Okay. I didn't deal with that very well. Of course, I didn't switch spellbooks either. Oh, you were able to melee Zulrah during leagues. Oh, so this is... Oh, no. Yeah, this is weird. I'm so used to... I could stand there. I'm so used to doing like the rotations the way I'm used to doing them. You want to bring the Atlatl. And with the fletching minigame coming out, you'll be able to make your own Atlatl darts, assuming that all passes the poll, which it probably will. Yeah, I see. This is like annoying because I'm just standing around. I see why you'd want to bring the Atlatl. From what I was told, meleeing Zulrah with the Noxious Halberd and Crystal Halley specs is more DPS than camping just T-Bow or just Shadow. But if you're using T-Bow and Shadow, that's better than the melee setup. I heard that the Chally spec really carries hard here for the melee setup, and if you get some good specs in, you'll eventually get the Grandmaster speedrun time. A lot of people were saying that they got it done in 30 minutes or an hour doing melee without trying to specifically go for it. That sucked. Well, that was user error. That is my first time trying it. A combination of user error and not bringing in Atlatl. The reason why I chose to get the pet though is because I saw in Devious' recent video, he got a pet, and I think it was pet number 23, and I was like, wait, I have 23 pets. I have to get ahead of him. So that's why I chose to get the pet today. But by the time this video comes out where I get the pet, he might already have multiple pets ahead of me. So just wait till the fletching minigame comes out. And you'll be able, oh, hey, the Serp Visage. Cool. How many do I have now? It's number 9, 4,010 KC. I should have checked before I started. How many Zulrah scales do I have? 169k. Nice. Yeah, I don't plan to break any of these dupes down unless I need scales. And I'm a very far way away from needing scales. I think you should cosplay like It's Will to celebrate the pet. When you say cosplay like It's Will, do you mean dress up in a rat suit, or do you mean dress up like It's Will and grow out a mustache and start saying folks a lot more? Oh, like actually him? Well, that's enough for today, folks. Hey, it's me, It's Will, I'm the rat guy. Except now I'm the snake guy. Apparently kids nowadays, they call Chat GPT chat. It's like, no, you're not supposed to call Chat GPT chat. Chat is supposed to be when you're impersonating a Twitch streamer. That's what chat means. It's like you're talking to an invisible audience. It's not supposed to mean Chat GPT. Kids these days have it all backwards. Isn't it crazy that Pope is from Chicago? Yeah, it is crazy. I heard the first speech he was giving in front of all the religious people or whatever. He was like, bless all of you except Packers fans. I'm not very good at translating Latin or whatever it was, but I think that's what he said. Yeah, his neighbor is Chief Keef. Instead of the blood of Christ, the Chicago Pope will now be administering Malort during communion. Say one thing bad about T-Bow, they nerfed it too much. They did a T-Bow nerf, I don't know if you knew about that. And it was before I got the T-Bow, so I never got to experience the pre-nerf T-Bow. This was a few years ago at this point. So yeah, it kind of sucks now that they nerfed it. It used to have a +4 prayer bonus, now it has no prayer bonus. I'll never get to experience that pre-nerf bow. Call me George, because I got that W Bush. Why do I read everything that I see instead of just reading it in my head first? I have spent so far the last day and a half just fishing because I've been working on a side video. And with all this AFK time, I've gotten very close to the fishing level. I'm getting it now virtual level of 115. Yeah, like I said, I've now spent a couple days fishing. You could see in this video so far, I've gained 1.4 mil fishing XP. I was doing a bit of mining as well, but I was enjoying Zulrah, so I decided that I'll do Zulrah for at least one more day for today. I don't think I showed where I wrapped up that stream with, but it was 4,068 KC, and we'll see how far we get with it today. Ooh, I hit 1150 mil total XP. It's kind of cool. Oh, hey, there's a magic Fang. So you turn on the stream and then you start getting drops. That's why I did not do any kills off stream. That is magic Fang number 8. There is 4,100 Zulrah KC. Ooh, look at the cool login screen for Yama. Yo, I got this Quizmaster random and I saw something that Jagex doesn't want you to see. If you zoom out far enough, they've leaked sailing. I've been working on this on and off for the last few days because I feel like I kind of owe a few buckets of sand every video. I have filled up the grinder once again up to 25k, so we're gonna claim all the buckets. 1.25 mil GP spent. Okay, so moving on from this, I feel like I didn't really fully wrap up everything I wanted to talk about with Scurrius because I was streaming and in the moment I didn't really fully talk about everything I wanted to discuss. I just moved on from there, but I did want to talk about the Scurrius spines I have left over. If we look at my collection log, I do have 101 spines on the log, although 3 of those have been made into weapons, so there should be 98 of them in the bank. Yeah, 98. Besides for making these into weapons, you can also trade these in for antique lamps for 5k XP in any of the combat skills except for prayer. If you want to use it on prayer, you get 3.5k XP. That means I could get about 350k prayer XP out of these. But what is more impressive, 350k prayer XP or being able to show off that you have about 100 Scurrius spines in the bank? I think this is a bit more cool, although it is wasting a bank slot. I'm gonna leave them in the bank for now. Maybe I could use them for some like XP milestone in the future. There's a couple more things I want to try with the pet. I already talked about the first reference, but there's 2 other references if you use cheese on the Scurry pet, or if you use cannon barrels on the pet. I found some cheese. We're gonna give it to Scurry. Does he actually consume it? Or, yeah, he does consume it. He says, cheese. And then you say, more cheese, we're gonna need a bigger block, which is a reference to Jaws. You're gonna need a bigger boat, but the line in Jaws is often misquoted as we're gonna need a bigger boat. And the other thing we're gonna try is the cannon barrels. Let's use that on Scurry. What does he say here? What are you trying to do? Wait, where are you going? Wait, my character actually said where are you going when I said that. That's funny. There's no way I'm carrying that on my back. I already have these 2 weighing me down. Oi, we barely weigh anything. Put it on his head like a hat. Maybe now's not the moment for cannon barrels. Going back to the wiki, if we go to the page for Scurrius and we go down, we can see some of the concept art, including some of the very early concept art. Like, imagine if we had this. This is better. And then there's this. But yeah, we can see in this preliminary concept art, we have 3 separate rats kind of joined at the tail, I think, with the mage one wearing a wizard hat, the red one holding a sword in its mouth, and the range one is just a cannon with the cannon barrel on his back. Yeah, pretty big missed opportunity by not having the cannon rat. Anyways, I think now for sure I'm all wrapped up with Scurrius. I've said everything I want to say, shown everything I want to show, and I now have closure with that thing. The side video I was working on that I was talking about earlier in this video was where I talked about the last 3 months of updates that I missed while I was busy playing 04. And one of the updates I went over in that video was that you can now add multiple heads into the head trophy space in the POH, and you can freely swap between them once you add that head into there. I only had the KQ head in here before. I added the Hydra head into there for that video, but there's still all these other heads that I don't yet have unlocked. And there's 2 reasons why I want to fill out all the heads in there that I can. The first reason is for completionist's sake, but the other reason is because I want to free up some bank space. Now, I don't believe you can store multiple of a specific type in there, but you can store 1 of each. And there's some of these heads I have where I never get this monster as a Slayer task, and I strictly went out of the way to get this head for the collection log slot, and I will never get any more. Here's all the heads that I'll be stuffing and mounting in the POH. First one is the Crawling Hand. This one is going to free up a bank slot. I'm never going to get any more of those. Same thing with the next one, the cockatrice head. I don't plan or have a reason, I don't think, to kill any more cockatrice. I only have one. It's another spot freed up. By the way, this tab is my PVM drops tab for the most part. A lot of this is stuff that I don't use, but it is in the order for the most part, minus like this first row of the order I got these drops in on the account. And the next one, the basilisk head, that is really far up, so I must have gotten this one really early on. And that is another one that I don't think I'll be getting more of, so that is a third bank slot cleared up. The one head I don't have yet is the Scurrius head, so we're gonna have to skip that one. And then we move on to the Abbey Demon head, Abyssal head. I also got this one really early on. I got multiple of them at this point, but that is not going to free up a bank slot. Same thing with the next one, KBD heads, not going to free up a slot, and then Vorkath head. It is my only one right now, but I will be getting more of these in the future, so I'm going to leave the placeholder there. Can I get all these stuffed at once? Or no, probably not. I'm going to have to do them one at a time. How much will it cost to stuff all these? 50k for the KBD heads, and then finally the Vorkath head, another 50k. Spent about 120k to stuff all these. And we're back. Let's check the trophies. We'll mount the... Oh, I have to be in building mode. I knew that from the video I just made. There's the crawling hand, the cockatrice head, basilisk head, abyssal head, KBD heads. You get this combat XP, so you can decline that if you want to, if you're a pure or something. And then finally is going to be the stuffed Vorkath head, and again you get the combat XP. Cool, so now I got all of them except for the Kurask and the POH. I can freely swap between them whenever I want. I don't think you can put multiple of the same head into the POH. I think it's a one-time thing, like you use one up to unlock the ability to swap to that head in your POH. With the rest of the heads I have, not the installed heads, but you know, these heads that you can stuff, you can turn them into the Dark Altar for a little bit of prayer XP, but I'm going by the same logic as the Scurrius finds. I'm going to hold on to these as trophy stacks in the bank rather than get a little bit of prayer XP out of them. Plus, I think for all these heads, you can make a Slayer Helm variant out of them, and... Well, I was going to say like one day I could have every single Slayer Helm variant in the bank, but that'd be a lot of bank space, and that would be a lot of black masks. So I don't know if I'll do that, but I do like having these, I guess you could call them trophy stacks. The next thing that's going on is I'm waiting for Spook Dog to reach 500 collection log slots. I think she's at 496, so she's very close. Once she gets to 500, she'll be ending her video, I'll be ending mine, and the next video we're going to be starting it off together by doing a thing that is kind of together, or a thing that we're doing at the same time at least. But for now, for the next day, I'll do some random stuff, probably mine a lot of sand. Oh, it's happening. She's got some clues stacked up that she's opening up, and she's just about to hit 500, probably get beyond 500 with the amount that she has. Oh, she did it. She got to 500. It didn't even, because I guess she got like 3 at once when she closed out the interface, so it just like skipped her right past 500. I just saw her right here at the bank. Give her a GZ. Cool, let's check it out on Temple OSRS, the unofficial duo group Iron Man collection log high scores. Spook Dog did update hers. Let's see where we're at. Oh, here we are. We're ranked 13. So between the two of us, we have 1563 collection log slots. And it's only going to be up from there. Let me drop the pet out here because we got the pet this video. 24 pets on the account. There's a look at the total XP, the time played, and all that. So yeah, this is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.